Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be reviewing for you the Klairs Supple Preparation Facial Toner and its newly launched unscented formula. Now I've mentioned this toner in my 2017 skincare favorites, and I've also mentioned it in my summer essentials and recommended it to you all. I've also recommended this to a number of my family members and my friends as well. All of us really like it, and I thought it was about time we get into what it is I like about this one so much, and then we can compare how the unscented one performs and if it holds up to the standard that I have for this one. So for the main features of the Klairs Supple Preparation Facial Toner, it's that it's the first burst of water, it hydrates and calms sensitive skin, tidies the skin texture to smoothen, maintains the optimal pH balance, help absorption of other products, it's non-irritating, your skin glows brighter, it rapidly absorbs into the skin, it prolongs hydration, it relieves strain from dry skin, decreases oiliness. This is my first hydrating toner love, and it's the one that I keep going back to. I can't seem to want to buy anything else and branch off just because this one is so affordable and it's extremely well formulated, and it really does do quite a bit for my skin. I started using this toner back when I was a flight attendant, and for those of you who don't know, I was a flight attendant for just over 4 years. When I started that job, I had extremely oily skin and a ton of breakouts, but obviously as time progressed and I became more exposed to that super dry environment, my face started to become sensitized, and basically the result was me getting extremely dehydrated and dry skin. So my skin took a really huge 180. At that point I really didn't know how to tackle my skin concerns because I wasn't used to having dehydrated or dry skin. It was always about something to help with my oily skin and not break me out or clog my pores. So I was kind of at a loss of how to address this dehydration issue. When I stumbled across this toner on WISHTREND's website, a lot of the reviews were really good and no one complained of breaking out from it, so I thought might as well just try it because it's only $22 US on the website and you get 180 mils for it. I have to say this is probably the best purchase I have ever made, and it was kind of the reason my skincare kind of started changing in the first place. My skin was looking just really haggard from the job, like it looked very lifeless, very dull, very uneven, and again very dehydrated. But once I started using it, my skin really did become supple. My skin looked smoother, my face didn't feel as tight, my skin looked brighter, my breakouts didn't last as long, and so I was just like, oh my god, what is this toner doing? Since this toner was doing pretty much everything it was saying, obviously I'm even more fascinated by the ingredients list and the formulation and what it is about this product that makes it work so well. So I can't really name at the top of my head every single ingredient and what each one does individually, but for the most part, the ingredients are there for soothing, they're there for smoothing out the skin, brightening the skin, anti-inflammation, moisturizing, water retention. This is just a really good concoction of ingredients to make sure you have very clear, bright, supple skin. Since this one has become super popular, a lot of people obviously wanted to try it, but there definitely is a good chunk of people out there who can't try it and react really badly to it because this has essential oils in it. Now, essential oils and whether or not it's good in skincare, that is like a completely different argument altogether. But for me, all I've noticed ever since using this toner is my skin getting better, and I haven't noticed anything about my skin that has become super sensitized. If anything, it was definitely my work environment that did that, not anything in the toner here. For the most part, I am fine when it comes to essential oils, but I know there's a lot of people out there who are not, and that's exactly why Klairs came out with a new formulation that has none of the essential oils in it. So when you compare these two ingredient lists, it is exactly the same word for word, just no essential oils in this one. So when I got the unscented formula sent to me, I was really curious to know whether or not this is going to perform the same way as this one without the essential oils. So how I use these products is that each one I applied a dime size amount to each side of my face. I did this about 3 times in the morning and 3 times at night if I didn't use my acid toner, and I did this for just under 2 weeks. After the first time I used both of these, I noticed a difference almost right away, but obviously I used it for another 2 weeks just to see if there was any change in the overall quality of my skin and whether or not the performance was different. This one definitely sank into the skin a lot faster than this one. This one left a little bit of a shiny residue left and took a little bit more time sinking into the skin, whereas this one sunk in right away, left no trace of a residue, and both of them overall made my skin look really smooth. And what's really funny is that even though this one's the unscented one, I smelled this a lot more when I was applying both at the same time. So this one has a few essential oils in it, and it's kind of the blend that gives Klairs its signature scent, but for this one I barely smell the essential oils in it. Now for the unscented one, because they took out the essential oils, there's nothing there to mask the actual scent of the pure chemicals that are in this formula. It's true, it is unscented, but it's not completely fragrance free because it's the smell of the ingredients. It's not an unpleasant smell. It smells a little bit metally. It doesn't smell gross or anything like that. But if you are looking for something that is truly unscented, this is not truly unscented. They just took out the ingredients that gave it the scent in the first place. Otherwise, everything that you smell in this is from the ingredients. I have both toners on the back of my hand right now. This one's the scented formula, the other one's unscented, and honestly, I can't really detect a difference with the texture. I would say one of them is a bit more watery than the other, and that would be the unscented formula. But other than that, it's very unnoticeable. Maybe the scented one might feel slightly bit oilier. Honestly, it's not by much. There are little differences I've noticed in my skin since using both of these on each side of my face. To be honest, I can't tell if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's just a matter of preference and what you prefer your skincare to be like. So because this one sinks into the skin faster, like the first thing I thought of was, oh my god, it's not going to work like the original one, which I love so much. But after using the two side by side, I haven't noticed a difference between the two of how my skin feels after I apply it, because my skin still feels hydrated. I don't notice a change in brightness. I don't see my skin being more dull on one side of my face than the other, but the real difference comes from just the feeling of your skin. So I've been waking up with the unscented side of my face feeling more dry than the scented side, and at first I thought it had to do with my sleeping position. Since my boyfriend wakes up earlier than I do, I've asked him if he finds me sleeping more on this side or on this side, and he actually said he finds me sleeping more on my back than on my sides. So having said that, it's not my skin rubbing up against the pillow and me losing more moisture on this side. Now when I wake up, it's not like I notice this side looks more haggard than the other side. It's just the feeling when I touch my face that this side feels more dry, and I'm not sure if that has to do with, you know, its ability to make products sink in a lot faster than the other side, and for the other side it takes a lot more time. But that is one of the biggest differences I noticed with these two toners, aside from the absorption rate. If you are looking into purchasing one of these toners, I do have some notes on which one might be best for you. I would say go with the scented formula if your skin can handle essential oils, you don't mind that it takes a tad longer to sink into the skin, and you want a more moisturized finish. You would want to go for the unscented version if your skin is very reactive to essential oils. You don't mind that it's not completely unscented, sinks into the skin faster. You do not want any type of finish. You just want it to sink into the skin and hydrate and do its job. So that's what it kind of comes down to these two products in terms of overall performance. Do you want something that has a little bit of a residue left on the skin that gives your skin surface a more moisturized feeling, or do you want something that sinks into the skin right away, leaving no residue at all, and you just want it to go away as soon as possible? If I do notice the unscented one is causing my skin to dry up, I'll be sure to let you all know with an update in the description box. For me personally, I prefer this one more than this one just because I do like having that residue feeling on my skin. Otherwise, I won't mind using this once I run out of this one. By the time I start using this one, it will be warmer weather anyways, so this will be a little bit more appropriate. But again, if you don't like something that leaves a residue on your skin and you just want your toner to sink in really nice and fast and hydrate, and obviously you're sensitive to essential oils, go for this one. And that is it for this video. I really hope you did enjoy this review of the Klairs Supple Preparation Facial Toner and its unscented formula. I was really happy I got a chance to try this one out because I was really curious as to whether or not this will perform the same as the scented formula without the essential oils. And I hope me sharing my experience with you has helped you out in deciding which one is right for you. Once again, if I have noticed a difference in my skin after using the unscented formula for a more longer period of time, I'll be sure to leave that in the description box down below. Please give this video a like if you did enjoy it, subscribe to my channel down below, and leave me a comment if you have any questions. I'll see you all soon. Ciao.